This boy and girl are going to be well equipped when the time comes to take their places as worthy members of adult society.
Aloha, y'all. This is Daniel Eisenman, the host of the Breaking Normal podcast, where my guests are all invited based on the frequency of synchronicity, all done in person, and all trailblazers in the breaking of all things normal.
Okay, welcome back to the Breaking Normal podcast. Yes, I'm here with Clark. How do you say your last name? Is like, let me just guess. Is it like Sklovic? No, it's like Sklovich.
Skokolich.
Say it one more time. Skokolich. How do you think we know each other, Clark?
Past life.
For sure? You're sure that we know each other from a past life?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, for this life, literally this life, how do we know each other?
We ran into each other a couple times. I saw you first. I think the farmer's market.
At the farmer's
you.
market?
Well, I saw you at the. I've seen your podcast
Prior to us meeting.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever see it in this studio prior to us meeting?
I can't remember.
I doubt it. But go ahead. Proceed, please.
So yeah, the farmer's market. I was like, yeah, what's up?
That was
Seen
the
your podcast.
first time?
Was it?
I thought at Wild Pastures, possibly. You came up to me and you were like, "Oh, that's my whole family," and like none of them are vaccinated. I think you said something like that.
Yeah. Maybe it was Wild Pastures.
You're like, I listen to your podcast. And
And
I was like, "That's your whole family." I'm like, "Wow." I mean, wow. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
That's how But maybe anyways. Farmers market's also possible. I thought it was Wild Pastures though.
It probably was. My memory's a little skewed.
So you were listening to the Breaking Normal podcast prior to us meeting.
Yes.
Did you have any memorable episodes?
Not specifically.
Not specific. What do you?
Well, actually, what's funny is I saw your video, the Ohm Daddy, years ago. Like when we first had Jasmine, Chelsea was like, "Yo, check this out. This dude, he ohms, and his daughter goes to sleep or stops crying." And then I did it with Jasmine, and it worked.
It did.
Yeah,
with Jasmine.
Yeah.
Oh,
when she was a
wow.
baby, I would go ohm. We do it in the car every time she forget. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. My understanding is one of the ways to calm your nervous system is to slow your out breath. Do you resonate with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah.
I think it works in others as well if it's directed at, for instance, your baby daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So did you do it multiple times? That was
all the time. No, it's a tool.
And it worked.
Oh, it worked a lot.
Wow. Have you ever heard the song Kick Down from Long Beach Dub All-Stars?
Mm-mm.
Oh man. I think it's like Sublime prior to Sublime, maybe some of the main band members. And there's this song called Kick Down about a guy that has a friend that's drinking all his beer and getting higher or drunker than him and smoking all his weed and getting higher than him. You never heard the song?
No,
oh man, it has this beat though. The Ohm was very effective for Davina, but if we were in the car and Davina started crying, we would play this song and she would stop crying. It was like people were amazed by the Ohm Daddy thing. I'm like, I wish I would have captured this properly, this situation, because it had a very similar effect, just like knock her into calmness.
Yeah.
You have 3 children.
3, yeah.
Children. I know them. Jasmine,
Raya, and Neo.
That's their chronological order. And what are their ages?
6, 4, and 1.
And 2 girls and a boy, Neo.
Neo, yeah.
Neo meaning
the one that breaks the matrix. Yeah. That's where that comes from. Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen The Matrix.
Yeah, a few times, yeah. Keanu Reeves, shout out.
Have you taken the red or blue pill?
No.
No, neither?
Neither. Yeah.
Do you think The Matrix is like a documentary?
I think definitely. I think it reflects a lot of what's going on in our world.
What do you? How would you? I'm going to put you on the spot because the Matrix is just so psychoanalyzed by endless podcasters. Do you have anything to say of how the Matrix reflects our reality or does not?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are living in this predetermined path that was given to them by the media and by all their programming. And I see a lot of NPCs.
NPCs,
Yeah.
standing for.
Non-player characters.
You see a lot of those.
Yeah. I see it in myself too. So I see it as a reflection of who I am. And it constantly allows me to reflect my own actions and my own thoughts and think, is this really my thought? Or I often think every word that comes out of my mouth was taught to me. So
yeah, I've thought about that as well.
like, at what point do I actually have creative thought?
Well, actually, not every word that I say has been taught to me. I don't believe. I make up words every once in a while.
Yeah, me too, on purpose. Because I'm like, I got to get out of this shit. Like,
Do you want to share a word you've made up that you stick with?
A lot of words like birdlimb, eliso.
Eliso.
Yeah.
What's that one mean?
Just the divine connection of everything and how it's infinite.
And you made
like an Elysium. It's kind of a play on Elysium fields, but it's the eliso. So it's the state of being or the place that exists in infinite possibilities.
I didn't turn my phone off, but I guess I won't because both of our children are with someone else. But your children are with their mother,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Y'all are an awesome family.
Thank you.
Yeah. We might. It sounds like we were starting to plant seeds about collaborating on a retreat
For sure.
at the best place in Boulder
Yep.
in October.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, I definitely could see that retreat helping people become more aware of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You called yourself an NPC?
No.
Okay.
I try really hard not to be an NPC. But I think it exists in all of us.
So the Matrix, I want to break this movie down with you, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Neo
Yeah.
basically is having a life crisis of sorts. This is how I remember. Feel free to add anything that's extremely important. And then he comes into this opportunity where he gets to see like through the veil of culture or the illusion of what most people are under by taking a red pill or blue pill. The red pill is the one that allows him to move forward and be the one. Is that correct?
Sure, yeah.
And it's such it's so part of our culture now. The memes of like red pill or blue pillar. What do you consider a red pillar when someone's like, oh, he's so red pill? What does that mean to you?
I think people who jump on the bandwagon when they are regurgitating what they've seen on the news, what they call news or the media, or they just absorb content and then regurgitate it as if it's who they are. They identify with things, brands like I'm a Harley guy or I'm a Budweiser guy.
For
or
sure, that's important.
I'm a Hollister girl, and it's like, well,
to say that.
You're like, I like Hollister chicks, yeah. So yeah, I think that whenever I see people identifying with a brand or a belief system or an idea outside of truth, the idea that we're all here having this earthly experience and traveling, having adventures, anything outside of that people identify with and they hold on to, and it's like they're very strict and rigid with their belief systems. That's what I would call someone who's an NPC. They're just a rigidity in beliefs.
So it's all right. The way I see the Matrix, in a way, my personal perspective of it, is the best metaphor I have is the play, like being at a play. I was once at this play and I was like at the top, I was a Shakespeare reenactment. And I was like at the top, back, but side view. It was like the side seats. So it wasn't like the most preferred seats because you can kind of see behind the scenes. You kind of see the lighting. Your kind of view is a little blocked some of the time. The actors are not facing directly towards you. But when I see an NPC of sorts, the way you're describing it, I see it's the person that's like in the crowd. That is just like doesn't know that there's a play going on. they're part of the audience and they don't even know a play is going on.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love that.
And then there's people in the seating and there's like, oh, you can like see there's like the actors are changing. You can like see maybe some of the producers in the back. You see the lighting people. You can see like and then you can see like the audience. Like some are completely captivated. Some are just distracted and like bored. And that's, I sort of like, well, why don't we just choose our role? We can be the producer if you want. You want to produce the play, you can do that. You want to act in the play, you can do that. You want to be the lighting guy, you can do that. But I think it's good to be aware that there is a play going on here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were part of an act. Is this what the Matrix is? Like, because when I think of the Matrix, the movie, I think about like literally like being plugged into like a computer system and like people are like sleeping and their consciousness is somewhere else or something like that.
Exactly.
Which one? Like, what do you say about that?
Yeah, I think for me, what broke me out of the Matrix was there was a time I was doing Vipassana, 10-day meditation, and I got to the point where I was seeing all of my senses in these boxes. And after, I could, that's what I smell. That's what I see. That's what I touch. That's what I taste. And then being able to see all of that and then recognizing, well, then who am I? I'm the observer of that, of all those sensations funneling through these different portals. And from that point on, I've always kind of been able to step back, no matter how deep I get into those attachments of sensation. I can take a step back and say, okay, well, that's an attachment or that's a sensation, and I am the observer. And I think we can all go there, right? But can we? That's why I will label someone as an NPC, is they spend their whole life, maybe they never have that sense of awareness where they can just take a deep breath and recognize that everything is simply a sensation and I am the observer and I can choose my role in life. And it's okay. And to have extreme faith in God, to have an understanding of, I didn't create that. I didn't even create my cells. I didn't create the trees, didn't create the sun. And wow, like be in this state of gratitude and awe and recognize that I have free will somewhat. And yeah, that was how I would define the difference between being in the Matrix plugged in versus having this sense of awareness that there's a higher power and I've been gifted will in this short little window of time. So yeah, that's
a fun subject. I'm thinking about other ways to imagine what an NPC might look like. And I think as another version in your perspective, an NPC, say like someone that's like, say 70, they worked their whole life like up a corporate ladder to like retire, and now they're at home alone, just getting really mad about the news, really mad and scared about the news, and then taking the pills that the pharmaceutical commercials scare them into taking.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah. What would be what would be like an unplugged 70-year-old look like?
Unplugged 70-year-old?
Yeah.
Someone doing meditation, someone that's in that constant pursuit of awareness, higher awareness, like refinement of awareness. Someone who can have those sensations. They could be sitting on the couch next to the guy who's feeling like, oh, my knee or my stomach. And rather than taking the pill, they're like, okay, well, I'm feeling that in my body just like they are. And what is that feeling? Like diving deep into that sensation and getting a better awareness of it and allowing the universe, allowing other belief systems to come in, not I need a doctor, or I need the pill, or I need to do these things that I'm told. It's maybe I need to tap in and really try to feel what it is, see that it might just be a wave. It's a sensation that might come and it might go, it might move, and getting an awareness of it and being okay with it. Like, yeah, I don't have to label it as pain. I don't have to label it as discomfort. I can label it as, yes, this is a feeling. And there's also all these other feelings. Like I'm constantly asking myself, okay, for instance, if I'm having a problem in my life and I narrow it down, isolate it to, hey, this is a financial problem. You know, if I had more money, then this problem would be solved. And then I imagine myself having all the money in the world and feeling those feelings. And all of a sudden, the sensation of scarcity disappears. And now I'm filled with abundance and joy and a sort of lightness to myself. And that all came from my own head. I was able to cure those sensations with a new belief system.
But it can be tough for someone, I'm imagining, that at a young age, like they've been trained to, a lot of kids grow up in homes where they get taken to a doctor yearly, and their parents let the doctor do whatever they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. They just like give their kids to this stranger and let that person probe, inject, test. And so they've like starting at age as early as most people can remember.
Mm-hmm. I was like that. I was taken to the doctor and I was given my shots and told I needed this medication and this protocol. It was all bullshit. Like none of my kids see the
think
doctors.
About that, like that. And then do you have a TV?
Yes.
Okay.
Or we have a projector.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't owned a TV in a while, and yeah. I watched a TV show or something the other day. It was amazing the amount of pharmaceutical like propaganda just getting pumped into this television that like certain kids just get glued to at such a young age because their parents let the TV babysit them, along with the doctor visits, along with the literal injections. I mean, this is like beyond just a training.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, so it's like, how did you break it free? Because you don't do that to your kids, do you?
No, I tell my kids that's a box that emits light and sound. That's what a TV is. That's what a projector is. That's what a screen is.
And I'm talking about the doctor part. Like, how did you break through? You said I grew up like going to the doctor and getting those injections. Like the way if I understand your family correctly, y'all are not partaking in that.
None of it. My son Neo has never seen a doctor in his life. Home birth. No midwife, just me and Chelsea. I helped deliver him, and he's a year and a half now, perfectly healthy. When he gets sick, we just roll with it, and he gets better. Jasmine and Raya, we do not have a doctor. Raya's never seen a doctor outside of the birthing center. So we've started off with the hospital birth, that experience, and believing that the medical community has some validity, and then that was hell. And then moving on to Raya, where we went to a birthing center, there was midwives. She's never seen a doctor since then. And then Neo, we're like, let's just do the free birth thing. Let's see where it goes. Because I guess I've seen so many of my family members get really sick
from going to the doctor,
like getting prescribed medication.
I'm not trying to make this an anti-doctor thing as much as I am. How did you break? It seems like you did break free from the matrix in the sense, if we just like niche in on this one category of the way you're living. You have 3 beautiful children, a beautiful family, and you're not taking them down the same path of getting this, what some might call brainwashing, to depend on something outside of themselves rather than their like God or their intuition first, for something as simple as health.
I think it started for me. My first step outside of that was my brother went to rehab a couple times for drug addiction, Oxycontin and other pharmaceuticals. And he had done a Vipassana, a 10-day meditation retreat. And he said, hey, Clark, you got to do this. And the first one I did, I was able to start seeing my sensations as sensations. I had a chronic knee injury when I was younger, where every time I would lift or run, it'd be this sharp pain in my right knee. And during my first meditation, my 10-day, day like 5 or 6, I was sitting there and I was scanning my body, feeling my sensations, and really getting into the meditation. And when I scanned, my knee started getting this sharp shooting, what you'd call pain. And I was just breathe through it, allow, move energy. And focus on turning a gross sensation into a cross sensation. So every time I would scan through that side of my body, I would bring the awareness from here and then go here. Like, where is it really? Where is the sensation coming from? Trying to get it to a target. And it got to the point where it was so extreme, the sensation. The closer I would just try to narrow my focus on it, and then keep scanning. And then it got to the point where I started crying. I couldn't help myself, but just cry. And then I felt this release in my knee. And I got up and my knee pain is gone forever. And I was like, I don't think I need to see a doctor about anything anymore. Like, if I feel things in my body, maybe I just need to sit in silence and go through scanning of my breath and watch my vibration move and energy move and see if it's something other than a physical ailment. Maybe I'm holding on to emotion there, because I believe that our bodies can heal anything without pharmaceuticals, without surgery. And then I went down the rabbit hole, like Bruce Lipton, Biology of Belief.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one. That's a big rabbit hole. I mean, that's like a big, like a gateway book.
Yeah. So you read that book and you're kind of like, get ready.
Yeah.
You're not going to be in the Matrix very long. Yeah. And then a few other, journeys, Robert Monroe with HemiSync, just these controlled out-of-body experiments or experiences you can have.
I was curious about when you were saying the knee, you said you did what? You went from a what to a cross?
So a gross, where it's like this, okay, it's in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, scan, okay, it's in my knee, but where in my knee? And then taking that awareness and saying, okay, is it in this part? Is it this part? Like, where does it start? Where does it stop? And moving through and getting to the point where you're isolating it. Like, where is that thing? The thing, is it here or is it here? And getting it to the point of a needle. And that's where I experienced the breakthrough. Was
by like just putting your awareness into it.
Yeah. So with meditation, with the practice of Vipassana, you start off by recognizing the sensation of air moving in and out of your nose. So you keep your mouth closed and your awareness starts here. Just very subtle. You can feel some air move on your upper lip, and then you start scanning. So from the top of your head down to all your limbs, you take your awareness like, okay, where's the top of my head? And then, okay, well, and then you say, oh, like the back of my head. For the longest time, I had the hardest time having an awareness of the back of my head. Like, there's no sensation there. Maybe it was concussions or I don't know, but that was really hard for me. So moving through and saying, okay, I can feel my shoulders, I can feel my elbows, and this is all without moving. So I'm not triggering anything. I'm not like, oh yeah, wiggling my fingers to feel my fingers. Like, no, can you feel your fingers? And then slowly scanning down and then going from the outside to the inside and starting to feel everything, because our nervous system's connected. I mean, it's like trillions beyond, it's infinite, right? Because it's constantly moving in and out of time and space. So your consciousness can travel through your body in the most pinpoint. I mean, you can say, I want to observe this organ, or I want to observe this thing, this belief that I have, and it might exist in different parts of your body at different times. And you can start feeling a vibration. For me anyway, I don't know, I've never really had this conversation with anyone else, but for me, it starts off as this vibration, and then my body is able to start synchronizing with this harmonic tone, which I've been able to use to have out of body experiences where I've felt and seen my body leave. And I've been able to travel and see my physical body below through this synchronizing of vibration.
Wow.
All without, I mean, I've done psychedelics, but all completely sober. Like, no psychedelics, no, nothing. And so having that awareness has allowed me to see the world differently.
Well, we could probably go on and on and on.
Yeah, so there was the Matrix.
Yeah, right. So now that we're out of the Matrix.
Yeah, I'm totally out of the Matrix.
And one of the things we did like a month-long program together.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to say about that?
It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, anything else?
I want to do it all the time with you. I'm like, man, I gotta buy Daniel. Like, I gotta get. You're gonna be my team. Yeah.
Well, we have one going. Part of it was the 100 Sundays.
Is it? Yeah. I think I'm like
100%.
12 or 13 right now.
Yeah. What do you guys say about 100 Sundays? I mean, a lot of people like talk to me like they want to join, but they have I don't know why they're intimidated or something. I'm not sure.
It's probably one of the best ROIs you can do in life.
There you go.
Once a week, 100 pull-ups and 100 push-ups, and it's great. I love connecting with a group of men that want to be better. I love being outside.
Well, the girl that was in the podcast studio before, Gabby is her name, I believe. She wants to join. There's a few women, and I like you can join. You can just jump into every rep. It's not like a competitive vibe. I think it's like a much more community vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
And there might be little side competitions going on.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
see
awesome.
That. Yeah, I see that in you. You're like,
I'll compete with anybody.
Yeah,
I mean, I believe competition at its like highest level is like cooperation at its highest level.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Well, it's fun.
I mean, you know this because you fight or what?
I do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you know this. It's
yeah, I love.
And in businesses, anyone in the business should know this. I think it's like why it's a pretty famous thing to like crowdfund like competitions to come up with like the solution to a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And same thing with like sports. What a great idea.
I think if everyone competed more, there wouldn't be wars. Just at a micro level, like let's all just see who can do the most pull-ups. Let's see who can do the most push-ups on a Sunday. And all of a sudden we're brothers, and yeah, you beat me this Sunday, but I'm going to get you next Sunday, and we don't have to fight each other over religion or whatever else, politics.
That's a whole nother part. That's a whole nother, we talked a little bit about the medical part of the matrix. The military part of the matrix is a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact that people are designing, building, and using weapons against each other. It's crazy. With all the resources we have on this planet, with information as free as it is, you think that people would wake up and be like, yo, we don't want to kill each other. Like, yeah, we want to compete, but we also want to, like you said, with cooperation. And we all cooperate. That's at the core of all of our DNA. That's how we all got here. If we all just wanted to kill each other, there wouldn't be humans anymore.
Birdlimb. Tell me about that. And, speaking of something I compete in, I compete to make the best supplements in the world.
Which you do.
And they're just food.
Yeah.
So this one I owe you. Pina colada.
Yeah.
Tallow balm. That was your choice.
Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea's choice.
Yeah.
Chelsea's choice.
She loves this.
And this right here, we recently restocked in this. I love this one because it has the antler, the liver, and the heart. Are you going to come Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give this bottle to you if you bring it Sunday.
Yeah.
1 p.m.
I'll bring it.
And then you can share it with anyone else. I'm going to take a dose right now, though. This is my favorite pre-workout. When I think because so many times we have hung out, we work out. I'm like, it's kind of weird to just sit down.
Like have a conversation
where
with the matrix.
Weights or like pull-up bars right now.
Like, who are you really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna indulge too. Maybe we'll start arm wrestling in like 20 minutes.
I'm too good at that. That's a competition I'm scared to get into because of the ROI. The ROI meaning that I could end up, whoever arm wrestling or myself, I feel like they could end up with a very sore arm, especially if we're close to equal strength.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh. And like even an injured arm. That's the part.
I heard it's all in the wrist. Like,
I think it's all about keeping your elbow close.
And you got to do it at the right. You got to have the right setting too with the thing, and there's some rules. Because I've seen guys cheat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the way we would do it is like that, but I gotta just cut myself off right now. Something about Birdlimb. That's so tried by the business I'm competing in. Oh, do you want to try it? Smell our peaches and cream? Have you tried it? Smelled this?
Not yet.
Try that, and then tell me about Birdlimb. What the business? I'm not sure if you're competing with it or what's going on with it, but I know that's a part of your life right now, and that's how people can follow you on Instagram, right?
Totally. Birdlimb at Birdlimb.
Yeah.
Limb like the branch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love peaches. Peaches,
We haven't
probably
had
one of my
this one in a
favorite
while.
fruit.
Me too.
Well, it has to be a good peach. Like everybody competes. They say Georgia peaches or South Carolina peaches. But I grew up in Washington, where I believe Washington has the best peaches. Eastern Washington.
I don't doubt it. I think Colorado has to compete.
Like Palisade peaches.
yeah.
No, I think if you wanted the best peach, you'd go to Eastern Washington. And it's not because I grew up there. I've just eaten a lot of peaches.
No, this is like a little thing in my life that who knows, maybe one day I'll pursue more, but I've really hunted the world for like the best fruits, like at the best times, at the best places. And I definitely believe in the Eastern Washington for growing a lot of amazing fruit.
The apples.
Yeah. That's where I've had the best apples, probably.
My mom
All
was
up in Washington.
the apple blossom queen one year. They do like
What's that?
in Wenatchee. They put on a parade and then they crown. They have the princesses and the queen, and they all compete. It's like a beauty pageant.
Oh, no, that's your mom.
But my mom, yeah.
What's
like
her name?
Wendy.
I've never met your mom, have I?
No,
Okay.
Wendy Blythe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I wish we could like display a picture right now.
Yeah. No, she's awesome. She's she's cool. She owns a preschool center
Where does she live?
in Washington.
Oh, okay. So she's still there. Okay. So Miss
She's the apple blossom queen.
Apple Blossom Queen.
Yeah.
Miss Apple Blossom.
So apples are a big deal in Eastern
Yeah,
Washington.
oh yeah. Apples are a big deal.
So yeah, competition Birdlimb, highly competitive.
Are you competing?
Oh, for sure.
I'm
Like
wa-
today, I spent some time. We went to our house and I went to a couple showrooms, cabinet showrooms, and I'm looking at what they're offering and I'm thinking, like, it's 2025. This is the same stuff that they were selling in 1960.
It's
like,
actually 26 now.
or 2026. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I try not to keep track of time that close. But yeah, I'm thinking, where's the Jetson stuff? Like, where's the future? We are in the future and we have all the technology to make it happen. We don't need to rely on sheet goods for our interior design anymore.
So your Birdlimb is referring to an upgrade in
A
interior
complete upgrade, an interior, exterior
design of homes.
ergonomics.
Ergonomics. What is
Yeah.
ergonomics? How do you define ergonomics?
It's
It's a great word. I use it. I just want other people to use it too.
no, it's how I think where it all starts. So ergonomics is the relationship our body has with our physical world and how we move through it.
Which is huge in like car and home design and such.
Even this bottle, like, you
Oh,
hand it
yeah.
to me and I want to be able to grab it, pick it up. If this thing weighed 40 pounds and was square, it might not sell as well.
What if it was plastic?
It might not be as ergonomic. I might like give it a squeeze and have a different belief system about it and think like, well, okay, well, if this is what he puts it in, like, what's the ingredients?
Yeah.
But the fact that it's glass and that you used a brown, which protects it from UV and
Amber glass.
yeah, amber glass. I think that's a good call. And yeah, and there's ergonomics to design too, with color and shape, how our minds interpret those things. And so I want to do that with furniture, with houses. I want to bring plants inside. Like that's a huge one.
I agree.
like
My plants. The plants that are living in my house right now are some of my favorite features of my home.
exactly. And I think every space would be perceived as more valuable by adding a plant. And then you add another one.
And
Have you ever walked into a
real
house?
ones or-
Yeah, plants.
You're
Yeah,
referring to
no,
real
these are
ones.
not plastic plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they do add a lot of aesthetic ergonomics, but as far as function, I think it would be better to have a relationship with that plant, feed it, put let it get light, see how it grows towards the light.
I used to travel with a bonsai juniper.
That's cool.
I was flying with it until I flew to Australia and they made me dispose of it or get back on the plane.
That's fun. I have a story like that.
Really?
Yeah. I was in Thailand and I wanted a jasmine plant and I found one at the market and I went to the airport and I packed it in the suitcase and then they make you fill out those forms like no seeds and no
Yeah.
plants and whatever. And of course I was like, no, I don't have anything. And then when I got to the US, I was in San Francisco and at the international airport and they pulled me aside and they were like, so you're you're smuggling some illegal things. I was like, what are you talking about? And they stripped me down. It was like crazy. They put me in another room, and I had this
Which airport?
San Francisco,
Okay.
and just treated me like a felon. And they go, yeah, look at, this plant, and you lied about this. And I said, no, I had the hotel pack my bags. We were in a hurry, so I just told them to pack everything in the room, and I guess they threw that in, which was a lie. One of the few times I've lied in life. But I wanted I didn't want to get in trouble for signing falsifying a government document. It's really intimidating. I had two guys take my clothes off, and they unpacked all these other gifts that I got from Thailand, and were thinking that they were going to find all kinds of drugs or whatever over a plant. But I really wanted that plant.
And you're okay with us publishing this?
Totally. Yeah, I don't care. No, I was young. I was scared.
I always wonder about that. Like when I hear about, I listen to certain podcasts and I hear someone almost confess to a crime.
No, this was over 10 years ago, so I'm good. Yeah.
Is that a rule or something 10 years ago?
Yeah. I think there's a
that's
statute of limitations or something. Yeah. But yeah, no, they can't come after me for that or for really anything. I have found my path within being a law-abiding citizen. I think that everyone can do it. I think laws are there for a reason, and it's a good thing we have them, because I've been in places where it's pretty lawless, and I'm like, no, I prefer people following some cooperation rules.
When you say, where's the most lawless place you've been, or where you felt like you were in the most lawless situation?
Detroit.
Detroit?
Oh, yeah. Detroit is lawless all the way up. Yeah. Detroit, Michigan. That was pretty Wild West. LA can be Wild West. I lived there for 8 years. The places in San Francisco are pretty lawless. Puerto Rico, I saw a lot of lawless things happen there.
Well, it gets interesting when the police are criminals for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Well.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's just weird.
So your bonsai tree, did you get it? You got to tell me.
I was
what happened there.
I was in Hawaii. I had traveled with it to Hawaii. I've been taking care of this thing, and I always loved flying with it because I was I'm grounded high in the sky. My little bonsai. This is before Davina was born, so maybe I was just man. Now that I think back, I'm just wondering, can you give that guy a baby? Why is he carrying this bonsai around? And then but when I landed in Australia, it was it was a little. I had a really rough landing there. First of all, there was people that came out with some freaking spray and hazmat suits. They had hazmat suits, and they had a spray, and they started spraying the plane. And I'm like, what the? I was like, do we need to start a riot right now? What is going on right now? And I just couldn't believe it. It was a long flight too, and it just happened so fast. And everyone else was just going with it, including the flight attendants. And I'm just I just covered up my mouth. That was one time I wish I had more mask. I just kind of covered up. I'm like, whoa, get off the freaking plane. I'm like, what was that? What is this? What just happened right here? And then I'm just checking in. I'm like, yeah, that's my bonsai plant. And they're like, we're gonna throw that in the trash. We can't allow that here. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
that's my baby.
Yeah, I was like, don't one of y'all want it? You mean I can't have it, but you don't want to throw the trash. I have to take care of it. And you can go back right on the plane right now. And they were getting real serious real quick. And I just I had someone else with me. I didn't want to. That was one of the times I just wow, Daniel's son. That's why I used to call it Daniel's son. Daniel's son now becomes everything again.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes part of everything again. But it was a beautiful plant, this little dried reef. Beautiful tree, beautiful juniper tree in this dried reef. And I would go to the Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
I think I collected quite a bit of moss from the Northwest, maybe even in Bellingham.
Yeah,
and planted it on the top of the dry reef. I just thought it would get these nutrients somehow. I don't know if that was no one told me to do that, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Yeah, that plant was great. I mean, that tree was strong.
So yeah, there you go. See how that impacted your life, the relationship.
Oh, I'm
you
so
had
into
with
this. So Birdlimb, is this a business now where people can you can design their home or something like, or what's the service or offering?
So right now I'm dialing in the automation side of it.
The automation of
the controls.
the controls,
so, like the environmental controls, because eventually I want people to be watering the plant and people to be accurately monitoring the lighting and the airflow, but we're putting plants in a predetermined environment that lacks a lot of things plants need to thrive. So I want to be able to add these controls, add these pieces of hardware that allow the plant to thrive, which I think will start bringing that awareness of like, oh yeah, plant leaves need to move, and the plant needs this type of lighting, and the plant needs this type of nutrients or this type of watering, and using the technologies that we have to bring that to gap that right now, because we've lost that. Before, I think a lot of people just knew it instinctively. Like ayahuasca was discovered by a shaman that was told, oh yeah, if you mix this with this will happen. Mm-hmm. Like the plants told them that. So I think we can get back to that. I think it's really fun. I think it's like
meaning have people having more plants in their home.
Just more plants in their home, and then recognizing that there's a relationship there. And I think we can bridge that with technology, with software and hardware, and then eventually people will be like, oh, let me go see how this works on my deck, or see how this works in my backyard. And
what though, a plant feature or what?
Yeah, a plant. Or plants, multiple plants.
So am I understanding that Birdlimb is a business that's going to install plants in people's homes?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure I'm following it.
That's exactly what Birdlimb is. It's a giving. So it's going to be nested in furniture.
Nested. I like that word. Birdlimb. Nested in furniture.
Yeah. So the tag is nest in nature, where people get back. These are their current nests, which suck.
The current homes.
The current homes suck.
Or they're or office spaces.
Yeah, office spaces.
And they can be upgraded with plant installments.
And a lot more ergonomics. Like, why do we put corners on desks? It makes no sense.
Well, they definitely can give you an endorphin rush when you bump them with your hip.
There you go. Yeah.
Or if a kid hits their head on them, it definitely creates experiences.
Yeah. I've had those.
Why else? Yeah. I'm imagining shipping makes it easy. It makes it easier or something.
So that's to like the world. The world we live in is all based on flat packing.
Okay.
When I look around, I see that most things are built from sheet goods or bundles, and it's all designed to fit into shipping containers that are certain size. They're able to be handled a certain way by certain people and machines, and that's been going on for 100 years. And now we have the ability to, with 3D printing and with design, there's a lot of improvements.
Yeah, man, I got that goofiness coming up in me. It's like since I'm like trying to figure out the Birdlimb thing, I've had this happen several times in my life where I try not to laugh, and then there's like a goofiness that starts.
I love goofy. I'm a goofball. We can
it might have something to do with you. Yeah. But because I want. All right, so in my apartment, how can Birdlimb help me?
A lot. Like is there space? Is there space for plants?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'll make space for plants.
Okay.
I have a few plants.
Yeah, let's add more.
I have 2 currently. No, maybe 3 or 4. 3 for sure.
So we could add some edibles, some medicinal, some ornamentals.
I used to have some edibles in there. We had some basil. They were like big. They were taking up some space. But like I have a few hanging from the ceiling. I like that.
Yeah.
Because then I like to hang them out in the sun walls. When the sun starts to hit real nice, and I know the plant would like it. I love hanging it out there and putting spring water on it and let it drip into the other plant.
Yeah. So we could do that all over in every room. In your kitchen, we could do a vertical wall. That's what I'm working on right now. The first model is going to be called Perch, which is going to be a vertical grow system that you can scale. You can start off with, it's 2 feet wide, or you can just keep scaling it.
And you put it in your kitchen?
You can put it anywhere.
Yeah, and it's like growing like plants on the side of the wall?
Yep, exactly.
Like different herbs that you could pick from?
Yep.
Davina's growing garlic all over the place right now. She just loves watching garlic grow.
Like Eben G, is she planning?
No, in our house with
Okay.
different jars. Like she has one with soil, one with just with water.
Yeah, you can grow. Yeah, onions. We have onions growing in our house. We have everything. Garlic. It's fun. I mean, and what do you want your kid doing? It's like, do you want them sitting there watching YouTube videos on how to build gummy bear castles, or do you want them the screen off and then
Gummy bear castles is a good idea though. Like if that's in replacement of eating them.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can get kids to think that candy are toys, that's what I've tried to train Davina to realize. They're better toys. They're not really food.
yeah, I just teach my kids it's poison.
Like,
Don't eat that.
They're toys. They're
Yeah.
just like they're so beautiful and colorful and sticky, and like you can do all the kinds of things with them. And,
Yeah.
but they can be poisonous too, especially if you let your candy castle get eaten by a dog.
Yeah, that happened to you, right?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, like candy
so
castle.
maybe candy castles aren't the best idea.
Got real angry about
Yeah.
not. I
almost-
didn't get angry. I just got real sincere about making sure my dog was okay.
Yeah, which brought some awareness of like how much you love your dog.
Yeah,
And
it's like the corner on
like,
that freaking
what
table.
we shouldn't build castles out of on the floor. But yeah, the idea is just bringing nest in nature, like getting back to that, because I think we all feel better. I mean, people go on vacation to experience nature. They come back, they're like, oh, that was the best vacation. We went on this island, we went on this hike. It's like, why not have that all the time?
Well, what are the best ways people can upgrade their homes right now to be? You're saying nest in nature, like so your nest is in nature.
Well, I'd say first start by elimination, like getting rid of everything that you know could be toxic. Carpet is toxic unless it's made from wool or some natural
Okay.
fiber. I think getting rid of any kind of polyester, anything that's made from petrochemicals, I think would be
Like
the
what?
first step.
Carpet.
Like Teflon pans, throw them away.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
switch out all your dishware to ceramic, stainless, glass.
Yeah.
Start there.
Yep. Good.
And
That's one of my frustrations with traveling, especially if I go into like someone else's home or it's like some setup. I'm like, what you want me to cook on this stuff? Like, just at least give me one good stainless steel or a pan, just one.
yeah.
And I'm realizing that's not a standard for a lot of people.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, it sticks. Well, no, it doesn't. You throw some tallow on there or some coconut oil and you got to get the heat right? It's kind of fun to play with the heat. But nothing sticks. I know how to cook without sticking on a stainless pan.
Well, I just don't want to cook with those toys. I look at those as toys.
Yeah.
It's like, what kind of creation? What the heck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Why do you we have so many options for cooking on things? Like you mentioned, like steel, glass, what's the frick is the ceramic and the cast iron.
Yeah.
There's so many
exactly.
options.
Yeah.
And like, why would you want to cook with that Fisher Price looking thing that literally has a substance that you could like rub off with a Brillo pad?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you want to add heat in that? Why do you want to add that to your food?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first step is go through your house and just do elimination. Eliminate anything that potentially could be toxic.
So I think the
petrochem-
pans are a great idea.
Yeah,
The
pan.
carpet. I mean, carpet.
Carpet.
That's a big ask for a lot of people. Some people have like homes filled with carpet.
Yeah, and then they'll spend $20,000 on a vacation when they could have just
Well, how much
Read on the
money did they
floors.
spend to put that carpet in?
it's irrelevant. It's like how
I'm
much
just
money
saying
did you
it's
spend?
Some cost. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
like-
how expensive is it to carpet a house? I mean,
Well, it's all based on per square foot. Yeah, so you could
I just
probably
think carpet. I'm just so on the no carpet.
carpet's gross. Carpet is disgusting. Yeah, like stop putting carpet in your house. Stop immediately, unless it's wool.
Some people have carpet in their bathroom under their toilet.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you can't clean that out. It's like that comedian's like,
I've looked
you
at.
ever get
You
peanut
look at
butter?
a lot of homes. What would you ask
Ton-
me?
You ever get some peanut butter in your hair and you just try to like clean it out like with a cloth?
Oh,
It doesn't get out of there, right?
Oh man, the what was I going to say? You distracted me with that peanut butter thing. Yeah, it's carpets under toilets. That's gross. Why would you want to do that? Some people. Another thing I realized. My brother was talking. He was kind of like expressing some frustrations with traveling about like, why is it Like you think why? How challenging can it be to open a freaking window to get like some air into a place you're staying at?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized at that moment, I'm like, I think my windows have been open for 5 years.
Me too.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
think I've
I
ever-
always keep my window cracked.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll wake up, it'll be 20 degrees in the room, and I'm like, I'm good. I'll just cover up with more blankets.
What scares me a lot more than 20, like a really cold room, is a really stuffy room with carpet.
Yeah. And then the light shines in, and you see all these little things glittering around in the air, and you're like, I'm breathing microplastics.
People could just sleep outside too. That's another solution.
Mm-hmm. That's the idea of Birdlimb. It's like let's get people back to that. Like
that's tough. I mean,
Nature's
that's
better.
a commitment. When you're as plugged into the matrix as most people are, like if they're using money and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Where they're spending their money on stupid shit. Really, just things that are continually creating more of a toxic environment. Lack of awareness. So the more you dull your senses, which is what these pharmaceuticals do, all these toxins, you cannot evolve to the level of awareness where you're like, what is my environment? Is this good for me? Is this not good for me? Why am I experiencing these sensations? If you're constantly being distracted, it's hard to get to that place.
I mean, inside the home too, that's like a huge thing. I mean, this is such a huge topic, right? A huge topic. And then the outside situation, people's yards. Can you another thing that I would think that someone from another place would judge certain things going on in normal culture. Like, so you're putting all this effort into growing these certain bushes and trees that look a certain way that don't produce you food, and you spray them with poison.
Mm-hmm.
That's your yard?
Yeah, exactly.
What the heavens is that? It's like, and not everyone does that. There's an awesome yard. There's some awesome, like on Boulder, on I don't know if I want to go like streets away, but there's this. I see this one yard that's just like, it's just straight permacultured out with like peach trees and berries and apples and pears, and it's like not the most beautiful thing. Like it almost looks like from that, like a far away, it just looks like a mess. But when you go in there, it's like this could feed the neighborhood in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is freaking amazing. This is one person's yard, and then you like look across the street, and it's like all these like perfectly trimmed things they're paying people to spray poison on. And like trim them to make them look a certain way.
Like something's wrong.
That's an issue.
I mean, yeah, it's like
especially when people's kids and dogs are walking in by those people's yards. They're doing the Matrix style stuff.
Yeah, and then these people have really strong opinions about certain things, and you're like, well, I can't really listen to you. Like, you have no authority in what I should do for my health or my children's health. Like, the same people spraying their shrubs with pesticides and growing grass and are telling me I need to vaccinate my children
and telling you to clean up your yard.
Yeah, clean up your yard. Yeah,
they're gonna get the HOA on you if you don't trim up those weeds. You're like, those weeds, bro. Do you know what those weeds are?
Yeah, like mallow. Mallow is considered a weed, but you can make real marshmallows from mallow.
Oh yeah, did you ever do that?
Yeah, we did it. It worked.
Yeah, you dropped off some mallow root for me. That's for sure.
So. Yeah, we live in a really, I mean, all I see is opportunity. And I think that's what I was put on this earth to do, is to see opportunity, seize it, and create something better. I think that's why we're in this vessel, is we want things to, that's part of evolution. That's why we're here. That's what life is evolution.
How are we doing on time? Okay. Anything you want to make sure we say if we haven't? And people can follow. Where's the best place for people to reach out to you or follow you?
Birdlimb, birdlimb.com, Birdlimb.
Birdlimb.com.
Birdlimb, Birdlimb. Are
you going to tell us about the origins of that name?
Yeah. So, psychedelics. I took some psilocybin and I went out to the forest. My mom owns 8 acres in rural Washington, just north of Seattle. And I went, she's got a forest with a lot of conifers, cedar trees and fir trees and different, it's a forest on her property. And I kind of got lost back there, and then the mushrooms started kicking in. I was like, I just want to be here. And I sat down and I felt so safe and connected being in the middle of this forest where there was no people. All I could hear were birds, tons of birds, and singing. And as a kid, I used to sing with the birds, and the robins were really, really prevalent. We had a hammock in between two cherry trees as a kid, and I used to lay on the hammock and whistle with the robins. And then on that trip, I was out in the forest, and I sat down and I felt so connected and safe. And I was in the middle of a forest. And I took my shirt off and I laid out in the field, and I had this awareness that I think humans would have a better experience in life if they lived more light, like lived within nature versus wanting to conquer it. And that's where the concept of Birdlimb came. It's like I want to be like a bird on a limb.
Oh.
I want to be free. I want to forage for my nest. I want to use what's available around me and perch. Get on a limb and exist and sing and fly and be light. So yeah, mushrooms. Thank you, mushrooms. Yeah.
You're reminding me this time that I was partaking in a fun guy experience with some friends in Emerald Cove at Lake Tahoe. Have you ever been to Emerald Cove on South Lake Tahoe?
I don't think so. I've been to Tahoe a couple times.
Emerald Cove, and then like at one point when I realized like, okay, I'm definitely partnering with another, like a plant consciousness on this experience of my day. And I look over and I see all the people I'm with, and they're all sitting on a dead tree. And they're like mushrooms are growing out of it. And they're just like all sitting there like, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Like, and it was with the mushrooms and like seeing them, they were like the place they all landed at the end of this whole crazy experience was all on this log with all these other mushrooms, just like peacefully sitting there,
epic,
chilling on that limb. It was more like a huge tree, and it had a lot of mushrooms on it, including my friends.
Yeah.
And then I realized that Emerald Cove, you can see that there's an island in Lake Tahoe. That like the sun hits the last, at least at the time of the year we were there. And then allegedly he's like, apparently like Viking people are the ones that acquired that island. And there's like some sort of like tea house out there. You don't know about this?
No.
I want to go out there because it looks swimmable if you're really wanting to do it.
Like a mile?
It's cold water too, you know.
Okay.
I was not trying to do that day, but I was like, on the walk up, I was like, these freaking Vikings, man. Like the sun's hit, they built. It would take a Viking to understand this, like to be on mushrooms and to see that the sunset beams are hitting the tip of this one island on Lake Tahoe at the very end of the day. It's just profoundly beautiful, and it takes an effort to get out there. They built a freaking tea house there, and I was like, man, they did what I'm doing right now. And there's like waterfalls along the hike. I was like jumping in each waterfall, and I just kept looking at this tea house on top of this island. We should go drink some tea there.
Let's do it. Yeah. That should be part of our retreat, or our second retreat, or third retreat.
Yeah, that was fun. So birdlimb.com. Anything else you want to make sure me or you or we express today?
I want to express gratitude towards you. I think you're an awesome human, and I really appreciate you inviting me here and sharing these moments, because this is all we have. I recognize that when someone's willing to give you their presence, they're giving you everything. And so thank you for giving me everything.
Wow. Well, thank you for joining me for so many adventures, whether it's a walk in the park with 200 extra pounds on us, or doing 100 pull-ups or 100 push-ups together this Sunday, 1 p.m.
I'll be there.
And all of it. And even remembering the future of creating a Breaking Normal Birdlimb reality at Boulder Creek in October.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
For like a whole tribe.
Yeah. We're building a tribe. This is happening. I'm stoked.
Do you still sing bird?
Do I sing bird?
Yeah, you still.
You want me to sing
I
some
mean,
bird?
when you said you grew up singing, what was it? The
Robins.
Robins,
Yeah, in the
yeah.
cherry trees.
I mean, I do all kinds of bird noises. I'm not even sure which birds I'm doing.
Yeah. Robins are beautiful. Their song is very melodic, and
I have a
love
feeling
it.
I know which one you're talking about. Do you have one?
I
Like
mean,
a robin?
I could try. My lips are kind of. Where's the tallow?
The tallow. I love that you're gonna want tallow.
Let's see here.
Did you see my friend's video? He had he was telling me how great the tallow and honey was, but before he did it, he had his bird fly on his finger. Did you see that?
I've seen that.
Shout out to Logan Gunzenhauser. Logan Gunzenhauser. He videographed one of our first retreats in Costa Rica. He's the man, but he has a bird birds in his garden that he has relationships with. I'm not sure if it's just one, but one for sure. He just whistled at it, flew right over. I'll send you the video.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, birds are amazing. I think they're a higher consciousness. I think just having that perspective gives you some new awareness.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's just fly over here. Like, I want to do that, right? Yeah. All right, let's see if I can do this. You ready?
Are you proud of that Robin call?
Yeah, no, I think it's
cool.
like me and Robins have had a lot of conversations.
So what do you think that meant in Robin?
It's different. So sometimes they'll be mimicking. So I've been able to mimic with them. And I think that we're just establishing that we're both there and that we're safe with one another. And there can be some play in there too. Like, hey, like, what's up? How you doing? You know, like the cat call kind of thing. But I think with birds, they vibe with that. Like I hear their song change as my song changes.
Oh, man, for sure. I've played a lot with like ravens, crows, and hummingbirds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the noises the hummingbirds make, but that when I go out like that, like a, wait, hold on. When I do that noise and hummingbirds are around, they start doing something.
Yeah, they know. Like
I fed a hummingbird once with a peach.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get that close. I mean, I've had hummingbirds come close, but I've never been able to like hold one or.
Any other bird noises? I'm just juicing our last. Yeah, it's about time for us to go. Any other ones? Right. I could try to do a raven or a crow.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hear it. That was good.
I think I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, that's money.
That
yeah, you've practiced. Yeah.
Oh, I did that one quite a bit. That was a different. See that's not the usual one I do, but that one they respond. Like I've definitely been going back and forth with some of these birds, those big black ones.
Oh yeah,
the crows. The magpies are crazy. Yeah, that's the longer one does something different.
Magpies are epic. I love magpies. They're so smart. Like I've had them sit and talk to me, like get really close. And they're trying to like tell me stuff. Yeah,
these type of birds, that crow, raven. I think magpie might be in that family. Mm-hmm. They are next level. Like I think even in college I learned about how they would like go above traffic lights, drop all their nuts, wait for the light to turn red. I mean, then all the cars drive over the nuts. Then the lights turn red and they go collect all their food. Mm-hmm. Like all kinds of like crazy.
Like most humans aren't that smart.
And then like how people used to use them in the past, like send messages and stuff.
Yeah, like
which
how do
birds
they know?
Did they use for those? Do you know? Were they
ravens? I think it was. Yeah,
I want to go back in touch with that. And then
like
falconeering. Yeah. Do you know anyone that does that? Falconeering.
Mm-mm.
I would love to do that. I'll listen to a bird that hunts for you.
We have a lot of adventures ahead of us.
Yes. All right. Keep remembering that future. Keep breaking normal. Stay in touch. See you Sunday at 1 p.m. Thank you, Clark.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
Follow him at Birdlimb. Get some plants in your house. Breathe better. Omen out. Make some raven calls. Any other bird calls?
You outdid me. I can't compete.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Cool.